Okay, so today we're going to talk about two very similar corals. This is the wolverine and the pikachu. This one is the pikachu. This one is the wolverine. Can't tell a difference? Well, it's a lot of times I mix them up. You know, you cut a couple frags and you set them on the frag rack and you lose track of what's what, and then I have to disclose that to my buyers. That's why names are so messed up right now, and they're always going to be messed up until there's a coral DNA test kit. We aren't going to know. Anybody can make that mistake. You know, there's vendors that have employees that, you know, mix things up or move things around and then don't tell the other employee or don't switch the labels. Hobbyists like me that are just chopping away and just placing them on the frag racks and not giving a darn. I mean, I obviously give a darn because I know the difference, but the names, once they're wrong, I mean, they're wrong for life. I mean, how are you going to tell these two different apart? So here is what I have noticed the difference about the two. You see how this wolverine gets these like white growth tips. Now, a lot of times in the pictures and stuff, and with the amount of blues we run, even with the human eye, these white tips will look blue. And I don't ever see that on the Pikachu here. See how it's just like solid yellow? Now you're not going to be able to tell with the iPhone video here, but the Wolverine is a slightly more vibrant yellow. At times when things are going in my tank, you know, that there's a million different variables with light intensity and nutrients and blah blah blah, but the Pikachu at times can have a slight green to it. Most people see yellow, but some people come over and say, I see a little bit of green on that. So that's another way I can somewhat tell the difference between the two. The Wolverine gets some more pink polyps, they're more bushier, and they're a little bit more vibrant pink. They usually are more full and flowy, whereas on the Pikachu they're typically more sucked in. I did just feed, and the fish are getting excited with me taking the video. They think I'm going to feed them some more, and they're bumping into the corals and such. That's why the corals are really showing their polyp extension. The Wolverine is more hardy, there's no doubt about that, because the Pikachu, like, a lot of times it'll just stop growing. The Wolverine always grows, but the problem with it is that it's a much slower grower. So the Pikachu will have huge growth spurts, whereas the Wolverine's always growing, but it's just a snail pace. There's a definite difference between the two corals. And obviously you can see slight different growth pattern. I don't always count on that with any coral at all because flow. This one could be getting blocked by a different coral, or this power head's blasting that one, but that's blocking the flow for that. I mean, there's a million different factors here. I'm not going to go over all that, but that's just something to keep in mind. The flow will affect the growth pattern. The lights will affect the growth pattern. Maybe I have more lighting on one than the other. I don't, but that's possible. That maybe the water reflects different. Who knows? So I don't always count on the growth pattern. That's close enough for me. All right, so just take it in and enjoy. They're cool corals. Expensive. That yellow is highly desirable. Everyone that comes over, I mean, their eyes just go straight to it. And I've been keeping both of them for a few years now, so that tells me they're hardy enough that they're going to do well long term. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'm going to be pumping out some awesome coral videos here.